Welcome to Health News and Views, a podcast dedicated to bringing some clarity to the health disparities in the Black and Brown communities. If you believe there's a connection between food, sickness, and health, then you're in the right place. Let's begin the process of unraveling the truth. And now your host, Lynn Pete.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Health News and Views, Food, the Final Frontier. Hi, I'm your host, Lynn Pete. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you. In today's episode, we're going to continue with the exploration of sleep deprivation and also sleep deficiency. And what's the difference between the two? We're about to find out. But first, our disclaimer that the subject matter provided on this podcast or any of our other published documents is for informational purposes only. Food, the Final Frontier, and our partner, healthnewsandviews.info. We do not attempt to treat, diagnose, or cure any disease or condition. Always check with your healthcare provider before making any lifestyle, dietary, or prescription drug changes. Now, here's some fun food facts. Why should we eat vegetables? Well, I got 5 vegetables I want you to take a listen to. Here's one of them. Spinach. It's for more than just Popeye. Spinach actually helps contribute to our improved vision and immune function, bone health, and it helps protect against oxidative stress and inflammation. Broccoli. How it helps? It supports the immune system, provides digestive health, and promotes bone health. Carrots. Beta-carotene converts to vitamin A, which is crucial for good vision, immune function, and skin health. And the fiber aids in digestion, while antioxidants help reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Now, we've been hearing a lot about kale lately, and while some of us have known about kale for quite a while, but for the rest of us who are just getting on board, it helps to support your eye health. It strengthens your immune system. It promotes healthy bones and helps to reduce inflammation. And an all-time favorite, most particularly for me, by roasting these sweet potatoes. The benefits of having sweet potatoes is that they're high in vitamin A and C, manganese, fiber, and antioxidants like beta-carotene. And what does that do? Well, it helps support your vision and immune function, improves gut health, and provides an anti-inflammatory benefits due to their high antioxidant content. So there, once again, eat your veggies. They'll keep you alive longer. And now, I need a nap. In the previous episode of I Need a Nap Part 1, we talked about and gave statistics as to the number of people who actually agreed that they do not get enough sleep. I'm going to revisit those numbers again. But there's a difference. There's a difference between sleep deprivation, which is a condition that occurs if you don't get enough sleep, and sleep deficiency, which has a pretty broader concept. And it occurs if you have one or more of the following. You don't get enough sleep. Again, that's deprivation. And you sleep at the wrong time of the day. How about you don't sleep well or get all the different types of sleep your body needs? And that would include the REM sleep. You may have a sleep disorder that prevents you from getting enough sleep or causes poor quality of sleep. Sleeping is a basic human need like eating, drinking, and breathing. And like these other needs, sleep is vital for good health and well-being throughout your lifetime. Now, according to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, they say about 1 in 3 adults in the United States reported not getting enough rest or sleep every day. And nearly 40% of the adults reporting said that they would fall asleep during the day without meaning to and do that at least once a month. It's also reported that an estimated 50 to 70 million Americans have chronic and ongoing sleep disorder. As we mentioned in the last podcast, what's the big deal? Well, this sleep deficiency can lead to physical and mental health problems, injuries, and loss of productivity, and even greater likelihood of death. And how does this affect your health? Well, and how do you know if you're not getting enough sleep? Well, you might be sleep deficient if you often feel like you could just doze off for a while when you're sitting and reading or watching TV. If you're sitting in a public place, such as a movie theater, a meeting room, or a classroom. As the joke kind of goes, you were sitting in a meeting, a board meeting, which means you were basically bored to death. But anyway, I digress. How about riding in a car for an hour without stopping? Oh, I can do that real easy. You can ask my husband about that one. Boy, oh boy. We're going to get out the neighborhood before you fall asleep. Sitting and talking with someone, do you fall asleep? How about sitting quietly after lunch? You found yourself a corner, you can just take a nap right now? How about sitting in traffic for a few minutes? Has that happened? It's time to be concerned if that is happening. Sleep deficiency can cause problems with learning, focusing, and reacting. You may react slower. You may have trouble making decisions, solving problems, remembering things, managing your emotions and behavior, and coping with change. And it may take you longer to finish tasks, and you may have a slower reaction time and make more mistakes. All of these things are coming from sleep deficiency. Well, there is a booklet that you can get. It's called Your Guide to Healthy Sleep. It's available on the internet. You can just look that up, Guide to Healthy Sleep, and learn how you can get good quality sleep. So the big deal here is that your sleep deficiency can interfere with your work, school, driving, and social functioning. And you might have trouble learning, focusing, and reacting. Some symptoms may differ between children and adults. Children who are sleep deficient might be overly active and may have problems paying attention. They might also misbehave, and their school performance can suffer. Sleep deficiency is also related to chronic health problems as well, like heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke. One of the common myths is that people can learn to get by on little sleep with no negative effects. That's not true. The research shows that getting enough quality sleep at the right times is vital for mental health, physical health, quality of life, and safety. Well, there are some natural remedies that may help you with your sleep deprivation, including establishing a routine. I'm guilty as charged. Be consistent. I have a consistent bedtime and wake time. And you can try winding down before going to bed with relaxing activity like maybe reading, listening to music, or taking a bath. How about regular exercise? Well, even moderate aerobic exercise, even walking, can help you get a deeper sleep. Limit your time with bright lights. In other words, at least an hour before going to bed. TV, phone, and room lights can actually disrupt your sleep-wake cycle. So you might limit the exposure to them before you go to bed. Certain foods and drinks. Some people think, a cup of coffee, tea, cocktail, or glass of wine may be necessary. Nah, it doesn't work. Avoid eating a meal or drinking alcohol too close to bedtime. There are some natural sleep aids that you can consider, and some of them would be like chamomile tea or tart cherry juice or CBD oil. There's a compound found, this compound is found in hemp and marijuana plants that may help with anxiety and sleep disorders. Lavender oil may be one of the other essential oils that may help you sleep and give you feelings of calmness. The very next podcast, trending now, I'm going to give you some of the research that has really kind of taken by storm over the last year or so, is castor oil. Castor oil in the belly button can actually give you a more restful and uninterrupted sleep than you probably had in a long time, particularly if you're someone who falls asleep but can't stay asleep. I have found, and I've talked to several others who have recommended this treatment, is to try putting a little bit of castor oil and make sure it's 100% pure castor oil in the belly button. It helps to calm you down and makes you feel better about getting up in the morning as well. So that's my testimony. I want to hear about yours too. There's lots of information coming forward about this particular product that has a history that dates back 4,000 years. It's a natural substance. It's not a drug. You don't need a prescription for it. You can get it right from pharmacy, or if you can go online, you want to get 100% hexane-free exfoliate press. I'll tell you more about that in the upcoming podcast. So thanks for stopping by to Food, the Final Frontier. Make it a powerful day. And remember, when a diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When the diet is correct, medicine is of no need. Remember, eat to live and sleep to live. Do come back. It's always a pleasure to have you. And just as a reminder, stay tuned for that next podcast. We're going to talk about castor oil and its medicinal benefits. See you soon.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Health News and Views. Join us again next time as we continue to explore the correlation between food, sickness, and health. If you like the show, please subscribe and leave a review for Lynn. She would love to hear your comments. Thanks again for listening, and remember, food is the final frontier.